Imagine this: two people with the same income, the same expenses, and the same lifestyle. One stays broke, drowning in debt. The other builds wealth and financial freedom using debt. How is that possible? The difference isn't how much money they make, it's how they use debt. Today, I'm going to show you how to use debt to your advantage, just like the wealthy do. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to transform debt from a financial trap into a tool that can make you money. So stay with me, because what I'm about to reveal could completely change how you see debt forever. 1. The hidden power of debt: how the rich use it to build wealth. Most people think debt is the enemy. It's what keeps them up at night, buried under credit card bills and loan payments. But here's the truth: debt itself isn't bad. It's how you use it that matters. The wealthy understand that there's good debt and bad debt. Bad debt like maxed out credit cards and payday loans drains your income. But good debt like mortgages on rental properties or business loans can generate wealth. Take real estate moguls, for example. They borrow money to buy properties, rent them out, and let tenants pay off their loans. Over time, they build assets without using their own money. Robert Kiyosaki, author of Rich Dad Poor Dad, puts it perfectly. The rich don't work for money. They make money work for them. That includes using debt strategically. Now, let's break down exactly how you can do that. 2. The debt trap versus the debt strategy. Are you using debt wrong? Most people fall into debt by accident. They take on loans, thinking they'll pay them off later, but the interest piles up, and suddenly, they're stuck in a cycle of payments. The key difference between using debt wisely and getting trapped in it is intention. If you're taking on debt to buy things that lose value like cars, gadgets, or vacations, you're setting yourself up for financial struggle. But if you borrow to invest in something that grows like education, a profitable business, or income-generating real estate, you're using debt the right way. Ask yourself, will this debt make me money in the future, or will it just cost me more? If it's the latter, reconsider. This simple mindset shift can make all the difference. 3. Leverage, the secret weapon of millionaires. If you've ever wondered how some people grow their wealth so quickly, the answer is leverage. Leverage means using borrowed money to amplify potential returns. The stock market, real estate, and business financing all rely on leverage to scale profits. Think of it this way: if you have $50,000, you could buy one property outright. But if you use that money as a down payment, you could finance multiple properties and rent them out. The rental income covers your loan payments, and over time, the properties appreciate in value without you spending more of your own cash. This is how banks operate. They don't sit on cash, they lend it out and collect interest. The rich do the same. They use money that isn't theirs to generate wealth. So, why aren't more people doing this? Fear and lack of knowledge. But now you know better. 4. Using debt to invest, smart borrowing for higher returns. Let's talk about using debt to invest. One of the safest and most effective ways to do this is through real estate. A mortgage allows you to control a high-value asset with relatively little money down. You collect rent, cover the mortgage, and build equity over time. Another example? The stock market. Investors use margin accounts to borrow money to buy stocks. If done correctly, this can multiply returns. But be careful, investing with debt requires planning. Always have an exit strategy. A golden rule? Only use debt for investments that have a high likelihood of generating more income than the cost of the loan. 5. How banks use debt to make money, and how you can too. Ever wonder how banks make billions? They use your money to lend it out at interest. They borrow at a low rate and lend at a higher one, keeping the profit. You can do the same thing. For example, you can take out a low-interest loan and invest it in higher-yielding assets. Think about using a home equity line of credit, HELOC, to fund an income-producing investment. This is exactly how the wealthy move money around to keep cash flowing in their favor. 6. Debt recycling, how to turn bad debt into good debt. If you're already in bad debt, don't panic. You can recycle that debt into something beneficial. One way is by consolidating high-interest loans into a lower-interest option. Another is converting personal debt into investment debt by redirecting borrowed funds into income-generating assets. For example, instead of paying off a car loan early, you could invest that money in stocks or real estate that yield higher returns. Over time, those investments could cover your loan payments and still leave you with a profit. 7. Credit cards, loans, and lines of credit, debt tools or traps. Credit cards can either ruin you or make you money. It depends on how you use them. Using credit cards for rewards and cashback while paying off balances in full is smart. But carrying a balance at high interest rates? That's a trap. A better approach is using 0% interest promotional credit cards to fund short-term investments or business expenses, paying them off before the interest kicks in. 8. Using other people's money, OPM, to build your business. Businesses are built on other people's money, whether from investors, loans, or crowdfunding. Instead of waiting years to save enough capital, entrepreneurs use debt to scale faster and increase revenue. If you want to start or grow a business, consider financing options like SBA loans, angel investors, or business credit lines. Just ensure you have a solid plan for repayment. 9. Government and corporate debt. Lessons from big players. Governments and corporations operate on debt, using it to expand infrastructure, fund projects, and invest in growth. They understand that cash flow is more important than debt levels. Learning from these large-scale financial strategies can help you apply the same principles to your personal finances. The biggest mistake people make is fearing debt instead of learning how to use it. Every dollar you borrow has the potential to either work for you or against you. The choice is yours. Every day you wait to master this skill is another day that wealth-building opportunities pass you by. The rich aren't lucky, they just understand the system. Now so do you. Now that you know how to use debt to make money, it's time to put these strategies into action. Check out the description or the first pinned comment. I've left some exclusive resources for you. And since you stayed until the end, YouTube has picked the perfect next video for you. Click on it now, and I'll see you there.